You know, this journey right here is so real, and it's so intentional. It must be intentional. And let me tell you why. If you have a piece of land that you cleared off, if you do nothing with that land, you will see weed begin to grow. Stuff will begin to come in there and mess up the land, or as you call it, mess up the land. And soon it will not be fit to build off of, because there will be things in the place. But if you clear a piece of land and you start to plant and you start to do all these things and you start to plant trees or plant plants or even put a house there, just being intentional will make what you want grow. But being unintentional will actually grow things that you don't want. This journey right here, you must be intentional, because naturally life grows everywhere. And sometimes it's not the life that you want to grow. Weeds are life. You know what I mean? So now you have to be intentional enough to realize what you want to grow and what you don't want to grow. And you focus on what you want to grow. See, you can't be focusing on the things that you don't want to happen, because that's where you're going to be led to the things that you don't want to happen. See, many of us are here just living unintentionally, waiting for someone to save us, waiting for something to happen, waiting for Jesus to come back, waiting. And we are taking this life for granted, because this life was the gift. This life is the blessing. This life is the miracle. So the miracle is being wasted, waiting for something, being unintentional. Many of us is not intentional at all. Many of us are so unintentional. All we do is plant stuff in our minds that makes us doubt, makes us hate. Now listen, if I have a good thought and a bad thought and put it all in my mind, which one will grow? Whichever one that you water, right? Whichever one that you feed. See, many of us I keep planting the thoughts in our fertile mind what we don't want to grow, and be surprised when our life is intentional. See, when you're not intentional, you will grow into places. You will grow into places where you have no business going. You will grow into places where you don't want to be. You will grow into places that you regret later. You will grow into all sorts of places that you hate. And then you're going to always think that that's your fate. That's fate. That's my destiny. No, that's not your destiny. That's your program. See, the program keeps running, right? Well, what are the programs? The programs are things that we took from our parents, our pastors, our friends, our siblings, our mothers, our fathers, our social media, the TV. That's the program, right? Because from time of birth, we have been downloading all these things in our head. From the things that we watch, we listen to, the music, everything just being feeding us, right? So naturally, that's what we start to believe, because we start thinking about these things and it becomes the natural program. So here you go saying, I want to be rich. But that's your conscious mind. Your program is your subconscious mind. I want to be rich. That's my conscious mind. Unfortunately, the average human thinks about 60,000 thoughts a day. You're always thinking. Every second of the day, you're thinking. And while you are thinking, what do you think is happening? The program is running. As you are thinking all these thoughts, being distracted from the current and present life, the program is controlling every movement and what you are attracting. Because if you have in your program, I'm not good enough, my relationships won't work, men are dogs, women are this, women are that, I just ain't got enough money, I ain't gonna never make enough money, I ain't gonna never be good enough, I ain't gonna never be rich enough. That's the program that you have naturally. So when you're here thinking all these thoughts consciously, or you just thinking, oh my God, I wonder what's going on with my boss. Naturally, if you are just thinking, then the program just keeps running and running and running. With those 60,000 thoughts, you are distracted from what's going on. So the program just keeps running and running. You can't control the program anymore because you're not aware of the program until you change the program. So now we are living life unintentionally because the program is the ones doing it. And listen, see, your conscious thoughts, I want to be rich, I want a good relationships. It is said that is only 5% of the day when you are conscious, and 95% of the days when you are unconscious, using your subconscious mind, which is that program. So consciously you are saying, I want to be rich. But 95% of the time you are doing everything that you got to do to run your program, coming from your program. Man, I ain't deserve to be rich. Man, my relationship sucks. Woman is going to cheat. Men is going to cheat. All men are going to cheat. Your program is controlling your life. You are losing. You got to be conscious. You got to become intentional. You got to plant the seeds that you want to plant, and you got to grow them, and you got to service them. You got to water them. You got to put them and clear the path. You got to become intentional. This is how you start to clear these old programs that's putting your life in a place that you don't want. See, many people think that you are destined to be negative. You're destined to be bad. You're destined to be a single person or whatever. No, it's a program that's in your mind. You are using the wrong program. You are using a program that you don't like, that you don't want. But since you don't know about it, you keep using it. Well, you got to think positive. Your positive thoughts happens sometimes when you become conscious of them. I am wealthy. I am good enough. The last 2 minutes. That lasts usually 2 minutes, because you might have affirmations that you use for 2 minutes. I am good enough. And after that, the program takes over. Your conscious thoughts ain't strong. The programs are stronger. Change the programming. Change the way you feel about life. Change the way how you see life. Change what you feel. That means you got to go back to years ago before the program was even put there. Some of us have been programmed because we came from bad relationship, abusive relationships, and we downloaded a program saying, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I will never experience healing, I will never be healed, I will never this, I will never find somebody else better. And after you believe that for so long, that becomes your program that you are running off of. And when you believe something, it takes the entire universe to conspire to what you believe. Not about what you want, it's about what you believe. It's not about what you want, it's about what you are. You only get what you are. So you gotta be intentional. I hope that makes sense to someone. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.